Arithmetic operators form a crucial part of any programming language which allows us to implement various kind of operations or arithmetic operations in our program itself, which is a very important part of every program to build logic and come up with the respective output. So hello everyone, welcome back. In this video we are going to learn about the usage of various arithmetic operators, the addition, the subtraction, the division, the multiplication and the modulus. So without further ado, we will go directly to our code editor and we can see how the addition, subtraction, division, multiplication are handled in C++. So let's go to our code editor directly and I hope you will enjoy this video. So we are in our code editor. So this was the code which we have done previously. We will remove everything and we'll start from the scratch. So suppose we have to add two numbers in C++. So let us store two numbers first. Suppose both the numbers are of integer data type. Say one number is A and its value is 10. Similarly, the other number is B and its value is 20. So obviously we know that if we print the sum of this, it is going to be 30. So let's test how to achieve this. So the sum we are calculating is also be needed to store somewhere, right? So we will use a variable, say sum, to store the summation of A plus B, which is the A plus B addition. So we want to print the value which is stored in the sum. So obviously you are correct, we have to use cout sum. So as you run this code, quite obviously we'll get 30 as an output. So in this way we can perform summation of two numbers in C++. Similarly, if you want to do subtraction of two numbers, we will write int diff, which will store the difference of two numbers, and we will write A minus B. Okay, so we'll simply write diff as cout and we can see the output is minus 10, I guess. Yes, so we are getting the necessary output on the terminal screen, right? So this was how we can print the difference between two numbers, right? So we will now learn how can we store and return the product of these two numbers. So int product, because product of A and B, two integers will always be a product, right? So int product equal to A asterisk B, or you can say A star B, which you feel comfortable. So obviously we have to write product. Okay, so if you do 10 into 20, the answer will come to 100 and we are getting as expected on the screen. Okay, now the next important thing, which is the division of two numbers. Now in division there is a probability or the possibility of getting a real number or decimal values. So for storing decimal values, the best approach is to use float or double. So we will define a variable of double data type which will store the quotient of this A divided by B. Okay, so double, you can say QUOTIENT, quotient equal to A by B. So when you do A by B, the quotient is supposed to come something and we will print, so we will print the output. Let's see. So the output we are getting is 0. That's quite unnatural. No, it's quite natural because 10 and divided by 20, it's quite obvious. So but when you do B divided by A, and if you do it now, you will get the output as 2, right? Now an important point, that we can get decimal values over here. So how we will test this? Suppose we divide 3 and we will divide it by 2. We all know that 3 cannot be divided by 2, hence we will get a decimal number. And as you can see, we are not getting a decimal number just because this is an error. This is a learning point. Since our B and A both are an integer, it is important that we typecast it or convert it to the decimal type. So it's very easy. Okay, so how can we achieve this? So we will simply do a parenthesis of A multiplied by 1.0. Okay, so when you do this now, you are expected to get a decimal value which is 1.5. So there was a learning point where we needed to explicitly convert our integer value to a decimal number to get the correct quotient or the correct division result. So this was about printing the quotient of two numbers. Now there is also another important operator, which is the modulo operator, which is present in C++, which gives us a remainder of the two division result. So since remainders are always of integer type, we can take the integer as remainder as integer, and let's take it a modulo b. So this is the modulo operator, guys. This helps us in getting the remainder of the two variables. Okay, so rem. So when you run this, you're expected to get some values which is 0, because 10 by 20 is obviously going to give me 0. But when you do it b by a, I hope you will get some value as remainder. So yeah, we are getting 10 as remainder. That's quite obvious because we cannot divide 10 by 20. We are getting some remainder. So this was about printing the various kind of arithmetic operators and playing with them. So I would like to request you to practice more on this. You can practice that you can take input of these values of a and b from the user, and you can make a calculator like game and have fun with them. So that's all in this video. I will see you in the next video where we'll learn about loops and conditional operators in C++. So that's it. I will see you in the next video.